Hello, I'm Joanna Massey, Director of Learning and Engagement Programs at Carnegie Hall. Our Summer Music Educators Workshop kicked off virtually today, and we're excited to welcome artists from around the world to explore the power of storytelling and ancestry within different musical cultures. We have a special kickoff opening event this afternoon, a concert from our School Year Music Educators Workshop program. While Summer Music Educators Workshop offers workshop activities to teachers nationally and internationally, this concert highlights teachers from the New York City area who participate in our local year-long program. Music Educators Workshop has stayed connected online this past year through monthly virtual workshops for teachers and in the spring semester through virtual music-making experiences. Teachers have spent the past several months working synchronously and asynchronously with our faculty members to create these pieces, and we're really excited to be able to celebrate their work together through this virtual concert. On behalf of our whole team, I want to thank our MU teachers for being such an amazing community and for all your work supporting your students this year. We look forward to another great year ahead, and please enjoy the concert.
Achieve anything you desire.
Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, in good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Give me your hand, and we'll take a stand for what we believe in. No, you're never alone. I know you're here. We're strong, strong, strong. Vermelha, to tinha один листилити. Сила внутри, сердце и дружбы, нам все нужны.
With the little help, now try with the little. I get high with the little help from my friends. I'm gonna fly with the little help. I can't cry with the little help. I'm gonna die with the little help from my friends.
I just called to say I love you. I just called to say I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom. Cuando te sientas mal y no puedas seguir, acuérdate que yo siempre estaré por ti y nuestra hermandad nunca se morirá, porque esta amistad no se acabará. Así que no lo dudes, aquí yo estaré cuando me necesites. Tan solo llámame, tan solo llámame, tan solo llámame. Piensa en mí, yo estaré aquí. Siempre por ti, cuando me necesites, no
That's what friends supposed to do, oh yeah.
You just heard a remix of Lean On Me, presented by Nick Damaris, Hatim Belyamani, and our Music Educators Workshop teachers. Although Music Educators Workshop met virtually this season, we were still able to come together to make music via Zoom. In 5 music-making tracks, teachers in the workshop explored genres from around the globe. Thanks, Nick, for creating a series on remix. Next, we'll hear the first of a few beat-making composition medleys from Charles Burchell's musical production track. Teachers in this group focused on learning the ins and outs of Soundtrap, a free online digital audio workspace. The beats you'll hear throughout the concert were created using loops, drum machines, and other audio recorded into the workspace. Teachers were asked to focus on the theme of connection in whatever way felt appropriate for their musical creation.
We miss you, Pig. Here's a hug for you. Goodbye, Pig.
A choreo poem is a personal expression that often combines poetry, dance, music, and song, first coined by American writer Ntozake Shange in 1975. Choreographer and dancer Davalois Fearon helped faculty members Brian Dry and Saskia Lane co-lead the next group of teachers in creating their own choreo poem about where they come from. Here's an example of a choreo poem put together by Saskia, Brian, and Davalois.
I come from the Golden Gates of San Francisco. From Cole Street to Coltrane. I come from paintbrushes and the smell of turpentine. I come from Sibelius violin concertos and a dog named Sadie who loved to howl her accompaniment to my mother's chagrin. I come from comedians, actors, mimes, poets. I come from bipolar papas and well-mannered mamas, from kimchi and cappuccinos to salty licorice and latkes. I come from minivan tours and pedal-jumping airplanes, traveling 48 states and 6 continents. I come from families who love dance parties, especially to the sounds of Stevie Wonder, Bill Withers, and always ending with LTD's Back in Love Again. I come from love. I come from loyalty, big hearts, and people who like to hug.
I come from New England beaches. I come from soccer and from running. I come from Legos and science fiction. I come from weirdo improv and klezmer and Brazilian and Balkan brass bands. I come from church basement donuts and matzo ball soup. Yum. I come from my dad's record collection. I come from Harry Carney, his picture hanging on the wall. I come from smoky bus tours and crisp IPAs, from long friendships and sleepless nights. I come from fierce independence, I come from love, and I come from family.
Thanks Davalois, Brian, and Saskia. Each teacher in this group collaborated and brainstormed with their partners to create original music, adding accompaniment to each poem. Throughout this track, this group of teachers explored collaboration in the digital space, combining elements from visual art, dance, poetry, and music.
I come from Earth.
I come
Europe.
from New York.
Spain. Canary Islands.
Mamaroneck.
Cuba.
New York.
North Cuba, also known as Miami.
I come from Chesapeake Bay.
Washington Heights.
I come from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklino.
I come from the Hudson Valley.
I come from New Orleans. I come from Philadelphia. I come from Oakland. I come from Hayward.
I come from Parthenon. Wow! And Acropolis of Athens. Ooh! I come from the islands.
I come from islands, geographical, metaphorical, cultural. I come from waters, breathtaking, inhaling, clear and cold, peace-giving, exhalingly, salty and warm.
Salty, breezy, blue sea waters.
I come from Midwest lakes. I come from the saxophone, the clarinet, and the flute. I come from concert bands, marching bands, and jazz bands.
Clarinets, saxophones, flutes, ukuleles, guitars.
I am the Beatles and the Beach Boys.
I come from the Beatles, punk and ska, Stravinsky.
I am fireman's parades and low brass playing.
I come from a symphony of strings and things that grounds me from my swirling anxiety. My violin, an extension of my mind and body.
in a family of amateur performers. I come from backyard plays and sounds of piano learning.
I come from hard rock music. I come from electric guitar feedback.
I come from shared song, tall trees, salty breeze, and the guitar playing at bedtime.
Gospel music, rock and roll, jazz, blues, R&B.
I come from hyphy. I come from the hyphy movement. I come from crypting clowns outside jamming to a radio that's not theirs. I come from gumbo served with seafood and okra. I come from fried okra.
Sweets. Corned beef.
And rice and beans. And family constants, Marmite sandwiches.
I come from Sunday afternoon pasta dinners.
I come from the land of spanakopita, also known as spinach pie with feta cheese and vegan variations with olive oil.
Star Wars movies on VHS.
Conversation does assuage when hearts and minds and eyes engage. Then, oh my goodness, there's a page.
I come from places I've never been, somewhere that I've returned to, though I never knew where I've been from and through, and from again anew. Home, unfamiliar, and yet where I've belonged.
I come from big family gatherings.
I come from a single room with my grandmother, my mother, and me. I come from love. I come from friendship. I come from a family that I chose.
I come from a non-musical family. I come from empathy and compassion. I come from education, middle school, where I hold space for my students to create, express, and learn.
Teaching music to students.
I come from passing on my passion for music to my students.
I come from the universe.
I come from, and I am.
Schoolwork can be hard. Still try. Never giving up is what you need to personify. That will help you climb academic Mount Sinai. Magnify your courage and defy the odds. Here it is. Try.
Laith Sadiq led teachers through a semester of Arabic music focusing on maqam, a melodic technique of improvisation. Music Educators Workshop teachers have been bringing their new skills to the classroom as well. Students from Matt Beams's classroom at Primary Prep Elementary and Middle School in New Jersey took a dive into Arabic music alongside Matt and were even able to join in the recording. We'll take a short trip to Primary Prep where you'll see students practicing Arabic pronunciation. In the medley following, see if you can hear the student choir alongside our Music Educators Workshop teachers. Bravo, teachers! That medley was made up of two pieces, Il Helwadi, which means the beautiful one, and another called Frogham Bakchani, which means their absence made me weep. Now we'll hear a few more beats.
To Flow. I'm trying to find the connection to my soul. Whoa. Oh, flow. I'm trying to find the beat of my soul.
Yeah. Check it out. Carnegie. M-E-W. Eric. Lord Judah. Salvador. With ease, flow like the seas. Competition all fall like trees. In the world with no guarantees. Don't see, just flow with the breeze. With ease, flow like the sea. Competition all fall like trees. In the world with no guarantee. Don't see, just flow with the breeze. This is my ode to joy. Uploaded, deployed, unleashed. Invested in beasts until it's confirmed deceased. The thrill of the battle, the war of the world. The macrocosm of the thought processes unfurled. Take it to another level. The dirt and the shovel. The plow and the cow. The honey, the what could be. The devil, the if, the how, the why, decide before goodbye. The unintentional, unconventional reply sends a shock to the heart, a jolt to the soul. When you know the power that words hold, you use control. That's why the ones in power are cowards. They shower us with game that I must decline to trust, while others devour by the minute and hour. But it only takes a second to make a decision.
While we've missed being with each other in person this year, the Music Educators Workshop has stayed connected online in this wonderful community. We would like to thank our teachers for their resilience during the 2021 school year and for continuing to support their students in so many ways. We asked the community, what does Music Educators Workshop mean to you? And here's what our teachers shared.
MU is meaningful, authentic, practical, growth, and life-changing.
Power in collective community. Community, rewarding, creative, innovative.
A great opportunity to come together with a wonderful assortment of music educators and artists.
It's a supportive community that nurtures and stretches me.
Connections, understanding, and knowledge.
A community of wonderful, amazing musicians.
Community and inspiration.
Community.
Inspiring, encouraging, joy.
Music with others. I am so grateful. Thank you.
To me, the Music Educators Workshop is a safe and brave community that I can trust.
Wonderful people, creativity, inspiration.
Music Educators Workshop has allowed me to collaborate with great music teachers who are just as committed and creative as I want to be.
A supportive community of creative people who care deeply about the communities we serve.
It means teachers making music with teachers.
MU is love, patience, and connection.
Connections, friendship and support, and a platform where we can freely try out new innovative teaching approaches.
MU to me means connection with fellow teachers and inspiration from world's most amazing faculty. Thank you.
MU means community to me.
It comes down to the 3 C's: connection, content, and community.
Amazing community, inspiration and creativity.
New ideas and talented new friends.
Inspiring, creative, magical.
Music Educators Workshop is grounding,
To me, Music Educators Workshop means community. It's such an incredible group of musicians and people, and I feel so grateful to be able to learn from you all. Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in to our first Music Educators Workshop concert. We look forward to continue supporting this unique community of music teachers in the New York City tri-state area. Please enjoy one final song, Musicawi Silt by the Walias Band, performed by teachers in a music-making track led by Arkai. I loved joining in on this Ethiopian funk tune this semester. Thank you, Arkai. And thanks to all of our Music Educators Workshop faculty and teachers. See you in the fall.